All right, number 5. I'm putting Joe Burrow here. I love this guy, and I can't wait. I am going to look to the football gods' heavens and say, "Can you keep this guy healthy, please? Can we protect him? Can we also knock a few points off the other team's score?
Yeah, can his defense not give up 35 every game?
Can we just give him a lead that that he can protect? Because the defense ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Jamar Chase was number 1 in wide receivers on Jeremy Fowler's list.
I'm putting Lamar here just out of respect of he's got 2 MVPs. Could have had a third, in all honesty. So I'm putting Lamar here at 4, and I do look forward to seeing what he can do this year with his new offensive coordinator coming from the Ben Johnson role and Declan Doyle. We'll see.
I wish they had a true number 1 receiver.
Yeah, man, that part.
Number 3 on the list, I'm putting Matthew Stafford here, baby. He's my MVP, as you know.
From your favorite team.
I'm a passionate Rams fan. Guilty as charged.
Passion.
Guilty as charged. I love watching him play football. And he just doesn't have the legs down. That would put him higher on the list, is really the way I'm putting it.
Doesn't need it?
Doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Doesn't need it. So these 3, and it's now down to Mahomes and Allen. If this was any other year, I'd go with Allen here over Mahomes over Allen, but Patrick is still Patrick. And I can't wait to see anybody that thinks that he's I can't wait to see how he feels slighted or using anything as a red ass. I will just say this, based on dance moves and seeing those in person recently, looks pretty healthy to me.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't see any limping around. Let's put it that way. He's 2, and Josh Allen is just a beast. I'm making him 1. You know, it's dealer's choice. Dealer's choice. Running, throwing. Throwing, running. What are we going to do here? A lot of mistakes at times, but that's so did Favre. So there's a lot of gunslingers, but Favre couldn't run like this guy.
You know what Favre did? Won a Super Bowl.
I understand that. Yeah. I understand that. Results-oriented business, but in terms of just skill set, in terms of everything, in terms of his ability to still be that guy, even if not fully healthy.
He's at the peak of his powers.
And he is at the peak of his powers. And so that's my power rankings of NFL quarterbacks. I took some off the real list, and I put mine on my own list.
We're back on NFL Live in time now for our ESPYs moment, presented by Capital One. And today, here on the show, we are going to give out the ESPY for Best NFL Player. You see the nominees there. We're going to go through all of them and tell you a little bit more about it, but we're going to start with Myles Garrett. This makes sense, right? Defensive Player of the Year, had 23 sacks last season, the most by any player since that stat became official in 1982. The second nominee, Drake May. The 23-year-old was the MVP runner-up and led the Patriots on a surprise run to the Super Bowl, becoming the second youngest starting quarterback in Super Bowl history. Only Dan Marino was younger. And then how about Jackson Smith-Njigba, the Offensive Player of the Year, had a breakout season, leading the NFL with nearly 1,800 receiving yards and capping that off with a Super Bowl title. Last, but certainly not least, Matthew Stafford. At 37 years old, Stafford led the NFL in passing yards and touchdowns en route to winning MVP for the first time in his career. So, are we ready? Drum roll, please. That was like a one-handed drum roll. Didn't quite have the effect I wanted it to. The winner for the 2026 ESPY for Best NFL Player is Myles Garrett. That's right. For the first time in the history of the ESPYs, a defensive player takes home the award for the Best NFL Player. Swagoo, I know you are smiling, and we're going to see your smile on the screen in just a second. RC, can't wait to get your take on this as well. But Swag, you like this pick for the ESPYs? The Best NFL Player is Myles Garrett.
Do I like it? Do I like it? I love it. First of all, they finally giving defensive players some credit for being one of the best players. This is a huge acknowledgement for everybody that votes for this particular award during the year. And not to mention, the 5-time BMB award went to Myles Garrett, y'all. So I was on to something. And this is, look, I know that my counterpart went to LSU, and I apologize for this, Campbell, but listen, I got to show this. 5 sacks against the New England Patriots, and every time they dropped back the pass, they knew Myles Garrett was coming. I've seen people block him with 3, 4, at times end up with 5, including the back, and he's still getting to the quarterback. This is why, honestly, Drake May performed so well Seattle during the year after this game because he understood the assignment is that I don't have to see 95 again for the rest of the year. So Myles Garrett, congratulations. And y'all, arguably, like in reality, he could have been 7-time BMB of the week. I mean, 17-time BMB of the week every season of the year. He was putting on masterful performances. Shout out to Myles Garrett, man. Best player in the NFL finally goes to a defender. Let's go, RC.
You know what the craziest thing about this is, my friends? The team he played on was absolutely terrible. Right? Myles Garrett, think about that. Buns, bro. Cheeks. Myles Garrett showed up every single week. And I don't think people understand it. I get it that these players get paid a lot and they're getting to live out their passion. But to show up with that high level of performance, effort, execution, and production is absolutely unheard of. And Myles Garrett truly was the most dominant player in football last season, and the ESPYs got it right.
I do see the fit in Kansas City because it's a team that's got an established quarterback that can deal with a big personality, especially a guy that's used to getting the football who, maybe would have to have a different role. And, for a little context, guys in the 2 deep at wide receiver in Kansas City, Jimmy Holiday, Jalen Royals, Cyrus Allen. Those are the names in the 2 deep. Remember, this is a Kansas City team that did a lot of things on the defensive side of the ball, especially in the draft. And so they've essentially said we're going to rerun it with our starting receivers from a year ago. Who knows what's going to happen with Rashee Rice, what his availability will end up being for the entirety of the season. I think that there's value in Stephon Diggs in some role, a veteran receiver in some role, a team that's good with a quarterback that can handle him. So that's why Kansas City makes more sense than a team with a young quarterback, that's just starved at wide receiver that thinks adding someone with his talent and experience is helpful. So, I think it needs to be a team like Kansas City.
All right, so we're throwing out all these teams, but Jeremy, what are you actually hearing about the interest on Diggs?
Yeah, Laura, I'm hearing he's going to have a market closer to training camp. I was told that at least 5 teams that need a wide receiver have been checking in. Now, they got to deal with some of the baggage and the headlines. They are what they are. But here's why Stephon Diggs, I'm told, is confident. He had 1,000-plus yards last year, really playing on a snap count of around 55% of the snaps coming off an ACL. He feels he's going to be better this time around. I'm looking to the DMV, Laura. That's where he's from. Commanders certainly need a receiver. I think they're looking for more of like a speed option at this point. We'll see. There are several veterans they could look at. I don't think it's going to be Brandon Ayuk at this stage. Right. And the Baltimore Ravens, they have really made a living at times signing retread receivers, veterans who are accomplished, who are in their 30s, who can come in and help.
Yeah. Tim, anything surprise you about those 3 through 5 spots?
I think Joe Burrow is way too high. Oh, wow. He's been in the league 6 years. He's started every game in the regular season just 3 times. That's half. So, to think that he's in this rarefied air inside the top, 5 with guys that, consistently play at an MVP level, that are always, seemingly available, that's really surprising to me. And just for a little context, Jared Goff is all the way at 9. Over the last 4 years, Jared Goff is averaging over 4,500 yards, passing and over 30 touchdowns on the season. Burrow has thrown for over 4,500 yards in a season just twice. He's thrown over 30 touchdowns just 3 times. So I do think like there's this element of, look, when Burrow's on, he's on. He has the comment of, look, the window is my entire career. And he's probably right about that. But you have to get to the point where you're available. And listen, Matthew Stafford would, probably had an element start to his career like this in Detroit. But to me, I don't think you can have him inside the top 5 when it's a 50-50 proposition whether or not he's going to start every game for you that season.
So I texted Aaron Donald after the Myles Garrett thing and asked him. And the response was like, very positive, but also let me see, if I still got, after 2 years out, he was kind of questioning himself. Then we see video of him at the Rams practice facility with some pads, I believe, getting a workout in. Is Aaron Donald playing alongside Myles Garrett for the Los Angeles Rams with the Super Bowl in LA with the returning MVP as quarterback on the other side?
Pat, that's exactly what it was. He told the team that he wanted to go there, work out, see how he felt, see how he reacted, see everything that went along with being back in pads on the football field and seeing how it made him feel. Now, I don't know what he told him about that after he went through those workouts at the facility, but I really think it was just a trial method to see how his whole body reacted, how his mind reacted to being back out there. And again, I don't know where he would be more appreciated, celebrated, wanted, respected then in that locker room with the Rams, with Myles Garrett, with a plan where they could play him 12, 15 plays a game.
What?
Use the spots that they need him most. Have him on a line with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett get double and triple teamed. Aaron Donald would not get that type of attention again. I mean, it's an unbelievably attractive arrangement for him. It's just a question of whether he wants to go through and do it. My guess is, in the end, that he will. Just a guess.
Hell yeah.
Because obviously he's thinking hard about it. There are a lot of people that want him back there. He has to make the decision ultimately, but I mean, I would think it's got to be awfully enticing for him to come back and play this year when the Super Bowl will be in LA.